Good morning. So, for the Friday of the first week of ADHD Awareness Month, I want to just share some of my experiences as being an ADHDer diagnosed as an adult while doing my makeup, because people always ask me why I don't do makeup videos. Now, I have ADHD, okay, you guys? I don't have a specific way that I do my makeup. Look, this is like how I start. So anyways, I always knew that I was different because I could get lost in my head. The teacher would have to say my name 3 times to get me out of a daydream in class. I could study for 3 hours for a test and still fail it because my working memory just wasn't there. And as I got older, it started to impact my life to the point where I needed to go to the doctor to see what was up, because I couldn't keep my paperwork straight at work. I'm a special ed preschool teacher, so there's a lot of paperwork that goes along with that. So I needed to go to the doctor, figure it out. What's going on? Why am I having such a hard time with this? I used to think it was normal, like everybody felt like they were always wading through 3 feet of water through their entire life. That's how I felt for 20-some years, till I finally got a diagnosis. It wasn't even the treatment, medication, it was the diagnosis that made me feel like, oh my goodness, I finally understand why I'm like this. Sorry, I do have allergies. Please excuse the voice. I'm not sick. It's fall allergies, which I love. So I went to the doctor, and I did not want to be a person who just went to a primary care provider and said I can't focus, and they're just here's some Adderall, there you go, have a great day. No, I wanted a full evaluation because I had gone to the psychiatrist before, and I was misdiagnosed 4 times with depression, deep depressive episodes, bipolar disorder, and anxiety, which I do have. I have situational depression, I do have generalized anxiety, and I have ADHD. And when they did the 6-hour test evaluation for it, I'm in the 90th percentile for ADHD. If you don't know what that means, let me just say it's just really, really bad. It's really, really bad. So they treated me, they gave me meds. I got a therapist who's also a ADHD coach, and I, went along to live my life. Now, I'm not going to tell you that it was easy, okay, because they also don't tell you in the beginning. They don't tell you about all the different things that could happen. They don't tell you about the fact that it's your emotions that it affects. They don't tell you that there's certain parts in your brain that just aren't connected. Like what we need to do or what we want to do is not connected to the part of our brain that does the task. How's that for ya? Have you ever noticed that when you're doing something, you're doing a task, you will maybe self-talk, you're talking about it in your head or you're thinking about it? Just think about that for a sec. We, as ADHDers, never developed the skill of self-talk. I'm just gonna let that sink in for a second. That's how you get most things done in life. Did you know that? Is with internal self-talk, internal working memory is what it's called. Yep. ADHDers, our internal working memory, it sucks. It's terrible. So after I was in therapy for 4 to 5 years with the ADHD coach and then with a different therapist, and then eventually I pretty much graduated from therapy. I forgot to mention that I also had gone inpatient in a mental hospital. Linden Oaks saved my life. Love them. Because if you have a mental health disorder, I'm not a doctor, but I'm going to ask you to please get medicated by a psychiatrist, not a primary care provider. You might end up in a mental hospital because they don't necessarily know the meds that well. I'm going to explain something to you really quick. Psychologists know the disorders. Psychiatrists know the medications. Primary care providers are for all other things and like other specialties and other things. Okay, so psychologists, that's how I got diagnosed, they know disorders. Psychiatrists know medications. Okay, please, I beg you, if you're going to get assessed, if you need to I can't find my eyebrow glue. If you're looking to get assessed or you're having issues focusing, please go get an evaluation from a psychologist. Alright, that's the last time I'll say that. So, my primary care provider at this time put me on some meds that made my brain go wonky. And I developed serotonin syndrome. Do you know what that is? I don't really know what it is either because I don't remember a lot of it, but it was terrible. Couldn't sleep, but I was exhausted. I felt like I was in a dream all the time. It was very strange. So I stayed in the mental hospital for 5 days. That's how I got some regimented behaviors and lots more therapy, group therapy, and single one-on-one therapy. And then I think it was before my 3rd or 4th year of teaching, I had realized that through time, I needed to go back and I was going to go back to inpatient because I was in a depressive episode. But the doctor at the time said he thought that would set me back. So I did outpatient for 2 weeks. And that really helped. So after that, I started researching other ways to get help for my ADHD because I pretty much at that point had outgrown therapy. There was really nothing else that they could do for me. So I found coaching. And I didn't find ADHD coaching right away. I found life coaching, and I got my life coaching certification because I won it from Josh Coates, who will be thanked in the description. And I learned from Mark Hildebrand and from Josh Coates, and I got my life coaching certificate, which helped me learn a lot about my own brain. But then it got me searching for something to help me with my brain that was directly correlated with ADHD. Then I found Kristen Carter and Focused and the I Have ADHD podcast. And now that's what I'm a member of. And that's my community. That's where I go when I'm struggling. And she helps me out because she is an amazing coach. She understands ADHD because she has it. The platform is ADHD friendly because she has it and she designs it. So life with ADHD is hard. We feel a lot of shame. We feel a lot more than typical people. We don't have the skills, like the working memory, to do some of the things that typical people with non-ADHD brains have. We don't really have a lot of that because our dopamine is just, it's missing. ADHD isn't an excuse, and it's not like fake. It's real, and and it's an explanation. That's what it is.